Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Miss YULINDA, in advance for giving an opportunity to our group, namely Group 3, which consists of myself, Sella Anjani, Harianto, Octaviana, Vera Kristina, and Sephia Rahima from the Business Administration on Ward 1C morning class. The pandemic had hit us for about 2 years now. All the people involved and the realm of life are unavoidable from the negative effects of the freeze on almost all human activities. Not a few major world and local companies suffered losses, one of which was the most affected by the Walt Disney Company. So, are you curious about their current situation and how they deal with it? But before that, there are several things that we will convey first. See our explanation. Ari, time and place are yours.
Division area and administration. Administration as art and administration as science. Administration as a science has only developed since the end of the last century, but administration as an art or administration in practice and generate along with the emergence of human civilization. Next. Of administration, according to expert, will not be with administration is a process that is generally found in our group business, set for people or military, lot of small business and so on. According to Simon, administration as an activity rather than a group that comparative to complete a common goal. After knowing several definitions of administration, the administrative characteristics above can be classified as the first, the sufficiency of human group, the second, there is comparative from the group, the third, activity versus uses, the fourth, there is students, leadership and supervision. Last, there is a good cost. Next. Of management. Definition of management according to expert. The first concept and Peterson defines as a series of activities directed at the protection and active use of resources in pursuit of other causes. Second, mostly and teaching as work that involves human, financial, and physical resources to achieve organizational goals. The performance the function of training, retention, leadership, will according to will not that management is a problem solving process to achieve organization goals effectively or to efficient use of resources in accordance with the government. According to F. Tyler, is the art to knowing what to do when to do it. See that it can be done in the best and just perform. Classification, administrative science, and management. First, administration or public administration consists of administration, business administration, military administration, company administration. Or the UMN or second, commercial administration or private or business administration. This admin private companies, admin and admin non-company. The last international administration or international administration consists of administration whose member consists of several countries or group of countries in various fields of activities which are principally interests of the entire community. Difference and similarity between state administration and commercial administration. The first rule, providing service the rest of society. The second, legality, based on the provincial or law regulation that active legality. The third, public procedure. On procedure, based on procedure, reflecting in this in August that the accepting procedure, the how it works, what way of blessing, way of working, very efficient way of working. The five community monopolitics because of its nature that all the trust public service. The last purpose of the activity. In its activities for the welfare and public interest in its activity. Next. Dosen and Manajemen. Parents. According to M.Si, the most administration or management is a plan for to solving all kinds of problems that are mostly found in an individual or group. According to Menu, according to another expert data, the M.Si formula, administration is aimed at determining the main objective and politics. Administration and management similarities. Similarities of type, similarity in principle, similarity of function or quantity, similarity of facilities, similarity of function.
Definition of management administration. Management administration is an activity that includes the regulation of a decision or policy to support the achievement of goals set by organizations and individuals in most job functions in business. Practically, it's administrative management. The first one is planning. It is an initial process of business or an organization plan where business planning and strategies are being prepared. In business management process, planning is also called as decision-making process. In this case, brainstorming is performed for organizing and managing business activities and preparing strategies for the business goal. With administrative process, organization is a set of charts, rules, and standards of behavior should be followed by everyone, and everyone should make use of this medium that allows a company to achieve its specific objective. The second one is organizing, to distribute the work among the members of the group and to establish and recognize the necessary relationships. The third one is execution, by the group to carry out the task required will and enthusiasm. Execution means a physical activities resulting from the step of planning and organization. The manager needs to take steps to initiate and continue the action required for the group run the task. Among the common measures used by the manager to put into action the group is directing, Developing managers educate help members to improve their work. The last one is control. Physical activities to conform with the business plans. Control means managers have always found it suitable to confirm or monitor what is being done to ensure that the work of others is progressing satisfactorily towards the prearranged target is called as control activities. Management administration function. The first one is planning, second one is organizing, the third one is reporting. Reporting is done through the process of compiling and reviewing the information within a specific functional area such as finance, sales, operations, inventory control, or any area of the business where performance is monitored and measured. The last one is budgeting. Budgeting is the process of looking at the business estimate incomes, like the money that comes into the business from selling products and services, and expenditure, the money that goes out from paying expense and bills over a specific period in the future. Next. What is Walt Disney? Walt Disney was an American motion picture and television producer and showman, famous as a pioneer of cartoon films, including Mickey Mouse and as the creator of the amusement parks Disneyland and Disney World. Walt Disney's name comes from its inventor, is Walter Elias Disney. Next. Walt Disney story. The first one is 1920. Before he built the Disney Company, he was worked in Kansas City Company. 1923, Walt Disney built the company with his brother, Rio Oliver Disney. Walt Disney controlling the creativity aspect, meanwhile his brother was controlling the business. 1955, Disney Company opened the first Disneyland in the world in California. 1983, after Walt Disney passed away, his brother took over the company and the company opened the International Disneyland in Tokyo. Since 1980, Disney market spread faster, even the Disney TV cable is debuted. 2014, Disney Company expand the business, acquired Maker Studio and become Digital Disney Network in 2017 and released Disney Plus in 2019. Next. Walt Disney revenue. In 2019, Disney recorded a record income of $7.67 billion or around 107 trillion rupiah at the worldwide box office. Top 3 Walt Disney's movie with highest income. The first one is Avengers Endgame, 2019. The second one is Star Wars Episode 6, The Force Awakens. The last one is Avengers Infinity War 2018.
Next is the impact of the pandemic on Walt Disney. The first one is Disney lose 34.12 trillion Indonesian rupiah from continuing operations before tax. The loss was contributed by the recreational sector, shipping lines, and various souvenirs. In the second quarter of 2020, the company has reported a loss of $1 billion US, and in the third quarter of 2020, a loss of $3.5 billion US due to the pandemic. The second one is Disney fires 28,000 amusement park employees. Walt Disney Corporation said it would lay off about 28,000 employees, mostly at U.S. theme parks. The impact of the coronavirus pandemic has hit theme park businesses, one in California, where Disneyland continues to close. The third one is Mulan and 11 other films were delayed because COVID-19 has had a huge impact on the film industry. But in the end, Mulan was premiered on the Disney Plus platform in mid-2020, while the other films were still postponed until next year. The fourth one is many theme park and tourist sites created by Walt Disney are closed, not just in America, but all 6 Disney resorts worldwide were closed. And the last one is Disney Cruise Line extended its shutdown and announced it would not launch ship until the appointment time. And as compensations to passengers, Disney is offering full refunds or to rebook a cruise within 15 months of the original departure. Next is about what is Disney's solutions about all of that coronavirus pandemic things. The first one, they do lay off employees. I know you guys might be wondering why this appeared in the solution again. But of course, because layoff employees have two sides, the negative and the positive sides. The negative is the reason Disney loses many employees that they needed to, and that because of the impact of a pandemic. But on the other side, they must do something to save their money and to reduce other losses. It is laying off employees. So it's balanced for Disney, not for the employees actually. The second one is reopen Disney theme parks with limited capacity and vaccinated all employees. Disney tried to reopen some of its theme parks in mid-July 2020. The next year, all 6 Disney parks around the globe have reopened, then slowly bringing back some of their pre-pandemic entertainment offerings. Disney requires all employees to be vaccinated. If not, they are given a month to follow health regulations and protocols. And the third one is Disney focuses on the streaming platform. Disney Plus takes on greater significance because the company has stopped production on live-action movies or postponed their release at the same time. And also, entertainment was wobbling. Disney's newest business and underlying diverse businesses over short and long-term hope. Streaming service Disney Plus has flourished with an infusion of fresh content. Disney said it had more than 100 million subscribers worldwide across its Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus streaming services. Powered by the release of Hamilton, Disney Plus has about 60.5 million by itself, hitting the low end of its initial 5-year goal after only 9 months in operations. Next one is about Walt Disney Administration. The first one is planning, reorganize strategic division. The Walt Disney Company to reorganize strategic planning division. Michael D. Eisner, Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, and Robert A. Iger, President and Chief Operating Officer and CEO-elect, announced a restructuring of the company's corporate strategic planning division. The division will be restructured to more closely align with the company's growth priorities, including creativity and innovation, new technologies, and international expansion. Many of strategic planning's activities will be incorporated into the company's four business segments. There are studio entertainment, parks and resort, consumer products, and media networks. As smaller corporate group will continue to develop the corporate 5-year plan and focus on acquisition opportunities, emerging businesses, new to the company existing portfolio, and new technologies. Strategic planning will continue to play an important role in identifying the opportunities and challenges present to our company as we grow our leadership position as the most valuable entertainment brand in the world, said Mr. Eger. This new structure will create efficiency with accountability and empower our business unit leaders in their ongoing efforts to create new, differentiated, and compelling entertainment experience that will ultimately generate long-term shareholder value. And for more than 15 years, strategic planning has been an essential catalyst to Disney's growth by identifying new opportunities and expanding existing businesses. We have been extremely well served by their efforts, and now the size, scope, and dynamic nature of our individual businesses allow for this evolution, said Mr. Eisner. Walt Disney has people that will advise the company on long-term strategic and technological trends affecting Disney and identify major growth opportunities. Also have people to contributions to Disney, particularly his leadership role in the acquisition of Capital Cities or ABC helped transform Disney into a market-leading global media company. Their extensive experience and knowledge of our business technology and strategy will continue to benefit the Walt Disney Company. Disney has one person who has a big role in Disney. That is Peter E. Murphy, or we can call it Mr. Murphy. He joined Disney Corporate Strategic Planning Division in 1988. His foresight and talent have played a major role in making Disney what it is today. From his role in transforming strategic acquisition in the development of new technologies and franchise opportunities, these efforts will continue to benefit Disney shareholders well in the future. The next one is organizing. Structure for synergistic diversification. The Walt Disney Company organizational structure facilitates the achievement and maintenance of synergy through the related operations of various business segments. In theory, a corporate structure or organizational structure is the design of the business system involving its composition, arrangement of composition, and patterns of interactions for management. This business analysis case determines that Disney's corporate structure is designed to promote interdivisional cooperation for competitive advantage. For example, the company entertainment segments influence the amusement park segment strategy. Such synergy helps fulfill Disney's corporate vision and mission statements, which aim for industry leadership. The Walt Disney Company uses an organizational structure that capitalizes on the competence of various business divisions or segments. This approach influences managers in coordinating simultaneous growth among divisions and subordinates like Marvel Studios. For example, simultaneous release of products are among the managerial approach observable in this case. This approach is facilitated through Disney corporate structure. Main characteristic of Disney corporate structure, there are one business type segments or division. This segment is the Walt Disney Company primary structural characteristic. This segment is also focused on specific business types and industry. For example, the company has a segment for its entertainment products and another segment for its amusement parks and resort. The second one is functional groups for centralization. Disney functional groups are an organizational structural characteristic responsible for the corporate centralization of strategic management control throughout the multinational business. In this way, the company organizational structure ensures effective coordination of strategic growth among the business types, division, or segments. The third one is geographical division. This attribute of Disney organizational structure addresses variance amongst local, domestic, and regional markets. Such variations are based on geographic factors that affect the mass media, entertainment, and park and resort industry. For example, difference among regional socio-cultural factors lead to difference in the preference of the company customer in the entertainment industry. The company organizational structure ensures effective coordination of strategic growth among the business type, division, or segments. Through centralized control, Disney corporate headquarters prioritize strategies that benefit multiply division. Next one is Walt Disney corporate structure. We have advantage and disadvantage or recommendations. The first one is advantage. Diversification is one of the company's strategies for growing its global business. The corporate structure is also has the advantage of centralized managerial control, which is necessary for cooperations among the company's business segments or division. And also we have the structural attribute of geographical divisions has the advantage of market-based strategic suitability. The Walt Disney Company operations management effectiveness can further enhance the benefits of these organizational structural advantage. For example, effective supply chain management optimized support for the company operation in the customer products and the amusement park industry. And the next one is disadvantage or recommendation. A disadvantage of Disney corporate structure is a constraint is imposes on. The first is diversification and related management strategies. Also, centralization through functional groups limits the overall degree of business diversification. And then the last one is Disney structural characteristic also point to the disadvantage of branding associating limits in the product development. For example, family-oriented branding limits diversification that involves adults-only products. Therefore, a recommendation is to develop a long-term solution to adjust Disney corporate structure to accommodate more products that deviate from such a family orientation. Okay, next is Kiki.
Yeah. Staffing leadership. Carlos Agomez, Senior Vice President and Treasurer, the Walt Disney Company. Carlos Agomez is Senior Vice President and Treasurer, the Walt Disney Company. He is responsible for management and oversight of the company's global treasury organization, which includes corporate finance, liquidity management, capital markets, and banking activities, interest rate, and foreign currency risk management, enterprise project and structural finance, pension and investments, enterprise consumer payments, and global cash management and treasury operations. Brand Woodford, Executive Vice President, Controllership, Financial Planning, and Tax, the Walt Disney Company. Brand Woodford is Executive Vice President, Controllership, Finance, and Tax for the Walt Disney Company. Brand oversees company-wide controllership and relates supervise financial activities as well as the tax functions. Directing. Our mission. The mission of the Walt Disney Company is to entertain, and inspire people around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, reflecting the iconic brands, creative minds, and innovative technologies that make ours the world premier entertainment company. Leadership. Disney leadership team oversees the world premier entertainment company, home of the most respected and beloved brand around the globe. Executive leadership. Our senior executive bring tremendous experience, visionary thinking, and a sharp commitment to excellence, creativity, and innovation to the operation of the company. One Robert Iger, Executive Chairman and Chairman of the Board. Robert Iger is Executive Chairman of the Walt Disney Company and Chairman of the Board of Directors. Bob Chape is Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, one of the world's largest media and entertainment companies, and home to some of the most respected and beloved brands around the globe, including Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, ESPN, and National Geographic. Next. Coordinating. The contract administration coordinator will be in charge of the contract administration function for the commercialization business one and the license agreement information and contract approval system to deliver and package contracts with license, 3 distributors, and agree to other agreements. 4. Maintain complete contract books and proper record for all documentation. 5. Maintain company creation for new license. Distributing invoice to and billing from license, resolve questions from license regarding contract and invoice issues, follow up on collection of royalty reports, and took the initiative to contact license, do the regular shopperall and creation of shopping cart, and ad hoc payments or contract tests and project as required. Next. Recording and reporting. The Walt Disney Company today report earnings for its third fiscal quarter ended 3rd of July 2001. Diluted earnings per share (EPS) from continue operations for the quarter was income of $0.50 compared to a loss of $2.61 in the prior year quarter. Segment result. The company evaluates the performance of its operating segment based on segment operating income and management risk. Total segment operating income is a measure of the performance of operating business separate from non-operating factor. The company believes the information about total segment operating income is superstar by allowing them to evaluate changes in the operating result of the company portfolio of business separate from non-operational factors that affect net income, best providing separate insight into operations and other factors that affect report result. Domestic channels revenues for the quarter increased 13% to 5.6 billion and operating income decreased 37% to 1.8 billion. The decrease in operating income was due to a decrease at cable and a lesser extent at broadcasting. International channels revenues for the quarter increased 29% to $1.4 billion and operating income decreased 23% up to $169 billion. The decrease in operating income was due to higher programming and production costs, partially offset by advertising revenue growth due to increase in efforts, research, and rights. The increase in programming and production cost and efforts viewership were driven by the return of live sport event, primarily Indian Premier League cricket match. Walt Disney 9 principles of success. 1. What makes you feel value and why? 2. Courage to try as much as possible with energy without compromising on quality. What facilities are there? How do you keep it running optimally? 4. Money is a means, not an end. 5. Realizing customer expectations. 6. Courage. Valuable experience stroke business design. 7. Do them with respect. 8. Let creativity work among its workers and think deeply and from all directions. Management strategy. 1. Strong product portfolio. Walt Disney products include the ABC television network and cable network such as the Disney Channel or ESPN, which are among the most watched cable network in the world. 2. Brand reputation. The Walt Disney brand has been known for more than 90 years in the United States and is widely recognized around the world. Management strategy. Strong product portfolio, brand reputation, 3 competence in acquisitions, 4 business diversification, 5 product localization. Opportunity. 1. The growth of the pay-TV industry in developing country. 2. Expansion of film production to new countries. Weakness. 1. High dependence on income from North America. 2. Multiple opportunities for significant growth, short exclusions, and that's intense competition, increased piracy, strong growth of online TV and movie rental. 2. Human resource management, 3. Orientations. 4. Disney University. 5. Deployment. 6. Traditions, 1 and 2 at Disney University and benefit. Next. Production management. This Disney product strategy is based on customer satisfaction. Whether in theme parks or movies, Disney tries to serve children and everyone, and Disney strives to continuously improve its products and surprise. Marketing management. 1. Market segmentation, 2. Target market, and 3. Innovation.
Sella, is time yours?
Okay, and now is financial management. Financial management was done by Disney in order to save the company's financial condition and ensure the life of freelancers. In 2019, the total income received by ITIR reached $48 million or around 783.6 billion rupiah, Meanwhile, his promotion to CEO made Chapek earn a salary of 2.5 million or 40.8 billion with dollar rupiah, with a bonus of 22.5 US dollar or 367.3 billion rupiah. Not only that, Bob Iger also announced that the reduction of 20% of salary for deputy director level, 25% for senior deputy director, and 30% for deputy executive director will begin start April 5. This was conveyed through a memo to the Star. Disney took the steps as it faced unexpected economic shock caused by the coronavirus, such as the closure of Disney theme park and resort in the United States and several other countries. The cuts are also a form of commitment to keep paying casual employees hourly until April 18th. Chapek noted that the rapid spread of the COVID-19 outbreak changed the company's economic pictures dramatically in just a matter of weeks, such as the closure of playgrounds and domestic hotels, the suspensions of film and series production, and the postponement of film distribution indefinitely. The following are examples of financial management from several films. The first is Frozen 2013 is for investment diversification. The second is Aladdin 1992 is Don't Be Greedy, and The Princess and the Frog 2009 have savings. Logistic, and then there is quality management, where the mission and plans of the Walt Disney Company are to be one of the world's leading manufacturers and providers of entertainment and information. Use the brand portfolio to differentiate our content, service, and product customers. We strive to develop the most creative entertainment experience, innovative and profitable and related products in the world. To implement the plan, it must be supported by adequate facilities within the Walt Disney World environment. For example, the first is Disney hotels or motels are provided with the intention that visitors can maximize their vacation by not thinking about other things that will interfere with the smoothness of their vacation. And the second is visitors can go from Orlando Airport to Walt Disney World and not leave it until they are going home. Walt Disney designs and monitors every technological development and to support its operation. Walt Disney industrial engineering skills are of the same quality as any other services company in the world. Logistic management. Responsible sourcing, the company's strategic resource organization work with all segments of our business and their suppliers worldwide to establish the best value for the Walt Disney Company. Strategic sourcing provides an opportunity for suppliers to cooperate with the company in providing goods and services. This approach is designed to create a mutual beneficial relation between the supplier and the Walt Disney Company. Disney sourcing. Professionals seek and contract with companies of all sizes and abilities, from local and regional suppliers to those with global reach, and find suppliers for specific division of the company or entire companies. It's from our suppliers. Disney companies rely on a dedicated, competitive, world-class supplier base to collaborate with our sourcing professionals and work within our infrastructure to bring the magical of Disney to our customer and guests around the world. The second is supplier diversity. We believe that including a diverse range of suppliers in our procurement process gives us the greatest opportunity to develop the most innovative, high quality, and most cost-effective business solution. Through hands-on experience, we know this strengthens our company on the inside and supports the community on the outside. And the last one is supplier sustainability. Disney is dedicated to identifying and engaging suppliers who share our commitment to quality service, cost, and sustainability. Next. Budgeting. Estimated Disneyland daily operating cost $5.49 million. Disney owns and operates several resort properties, including the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, the Disneyland Resort in California, Disneyland Paris, the Disney Cruise Line, the Disney Vacation Club, Adventures by Disney, and Aulani, a Disney resort and spa in Hawaii. The company also has ownership interest in Hong Kong Disneyland Resort and Shanghai Disney Resort, as well as Natural Geographic Expedition, which this all cost $14.15 billion in 2019, include expense number 1, employee pay. In late September, Disney said that it would lay off 28,000 furloughed workers in both in California and Florida parks, which employed a total of 223,000 people as of fall 2019, and now stands at under 200,000 employees, which estimated cost of employee pay per day are $16.92 million. Operating labor costs for all 7 of its parks exceeds $6.174 billion in 2019, with many cast members are paid hourly. Expense number 2 is landscaping. The Disneyland Resort sprawl across 510 across the land in Anaheim, California. The hundreds of acres of property are landscaped by Disneyland's horticulture team, which consists of around 200 cast members. These employees work in landscape design, installation and maintenance, arboriculture, landscape irrigation, landscape design, integrated pest management, and project management. According to the Disney Parks blog, an estimated cost of landscaping per day is $1.69 million. Expense number 3 is roller coaster maintenance. Disneyland has 55 rides and attractions, while California Adventure tours 37. There are 12 roller coasters between the two, including Space Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, along with the in-ride coasters are inspected daily, and the inspection process is extremely thorough and lengthy, according to the site Coaster 101. First, the tracks are inspected. Any obstruction that might have fallen onto the tracks are removed, and the tracks are visually inspected to ensure that there are no cracks and that everything looks safe. The lift hill gets its own thorough inspection to make sure all the various mechanisms that pull the car up the tracks are working properly. Then the vehicles are inspected to make sure retainers are working properly and that all the parts are intact. Before the ride is opened for the day, it must run through a certain number of cycles to ensure it's working properly. In addition to the daily check, roller coaster parts have to be repaired and replaced frequently. An estimated cost of roller coaster maintenance per day is $11,520. Expense number 4 is park cleaning. Keeping Disneyland clean is no small task. A crew of 16 custodians, painters, gardeners, and decorators work overnight while the park is closed to make sure that everything is restored to pristine conditions. The Los Angeles Times reported the night crew's duties include plucking weeds, scraping chewing gum off sidewalks, repainting handrails where paint has chipped, repairing umbrellas that shade the outdoor dining table, and diving below the surface on water rides to pick up trash. An estimated cost of park cleaning per day is $67.776. Expense number 5 is fireworks display. Disneyland puts on a 16-minute fireworks show nightly. The theme of the expected depends on the time of years and occasion, but one of its most famous shows is Remember, Dreams Come True, a tribute to timeless Disney stories and characters, including Tinkerbell. An estimated cost of fireworks display per day, $50,000. Expense number 6, hotel operating costs. The Disneyland Resort is home to the 3 hotel and vacation club facilities with approximately 2,400 rooms and 50 Disneyland Vacation Club units. The cost of operating a hotel include labor, cleaning supplies, amenities, laundry, utilities, and refurbishment, as well as reservation fees, marketing royalties, and commission paid to third parties. The 3 Disneyland hotels, Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, Disneyland Hotel, and Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, are all 3.5 to 4.5 stars hotels, so their operating costs are likely on the higher end, with estimated cost of hotel operating costs per day $147,000. Expense number 7 is material costs, include costume for the cast member, food and beverages for all the restaurants and dining carts, apparel and gift stock to the charts and shops, and other costs of such as utilities, water, flowers, and other decorative itself. And all of it is estimated $356,200,000. Disneyland likely spend about 5% to 8% of its daily operating costs to cover the cost of materials, according to business strategist Al Jones. If the daily operating cost for Disneyland is $5.48 million, that would mean about $356,200,000 goes toward buying materials such as dough, whipped ingredients, and Mickey Mouse ear headbands. Evaluating segment result. Since early 2020 and continuing into 2021, COVID-19 and measures to prevent its spread have impacted our segments in a number of ways. Most significantly at the Disney Parks, Experience and Product segment, where our theme parks and resorts have been closed and cruise, ship, sailing, and guided tours have been suspended. Theme parks and resorts resume operation generally at reduced capacity at various points since May 2020 through June 2021. And we have commenced an ongoing return of cruise ship sailings and guided tours. In addition, we have delayed or in some cases shortened or canceled theatrical release and stage play performance were suspended beginning in March 2020, with limited stage play operations resuming in the first quarter of fiscal 2021. Theater have been subjected to capacity limitation and shifting government mandates or guidance regarding COVID-19 restrictions. We have experienced disruption in the production and availability of content, including the delay of key live support programming during fiscal 2020 and fiscal 2021, as well as the suspensions of most film and television production in March 2021. Although most film and television production resumed beginning in the fourth quarter of fiscal 2020. We continue to see disruption of film and television production, as well as live sports event depending on local circumstance, where theatrical release and production delays have limited the availability of film content to be sold in the subsequent home entertainment and TV or SVO distribution windows. We have and will continue to incur additional costs to address government regulation and implement safety measures for our employees, talent, and guests. The timing, duration, and extent of the cost will depend on the timing and scope of our operation as they resume, as well as regulatory for other requirements. We currently expect this cost will total approximately $1 billion in fiscal 2021. Some of these costs may be capitalized and amortized over future periods. The most significant impact of operating income since the second quarter of fiscal 2020 from COVID-19 was the Disney Park, Experience and Product segment due to revenue loss, and although results have improved in the current quarter compared to the prior year quarter from reopening our parks and resorts, we continue to be impacted by the suspensions of cruise ship sailings, with an ongoing return of cruise ship sailings beginning in July 2021 and reduced operating capacities across many of our Disney parks, experience, and products business. We estimate segment operating income for Disney parks, experience, and product segment in the current 9-month period declined $1.6 billion compared to the prior year 9 months period due to COVID-19. This impact is net of an estimated $2.2 billion improvement in the current quarter compared to the prior year quarter. For the current quarter and 9-month period, COVID-19 had a negative impact at our Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution segment compared to the prior year quarter and 9-month period, as higher advertising revenue from the return of live sports programming was more than offset by higher sport programming costs. The impact on our other from the deferral of cancellation of significant film release was largely offset by costs avoided due to a reduction in film cost amortization, marketing, and distribution costs. The entire current 9-month period for both segments was impacted by COVID-19, while only a portion of the prior 9-month period was impacted. Next. Latest Disney theme park Asia development. The first is Shanghai Disneyland China. At the end of October 2021, China locks down Shanghai Disneyland and tests 34,000 visitors after a single COVID case. The popular theme park becomes the site of a suspected Delta outbreak, with authorities mass testing tens of thousands in the pursuit of COVID-0. That's why they test 34,000 visitors after a single COVID case. The visitors are detained in the park until the inspections process is complete, and after that, Shanghai Disneyland has shut down for at least 2 days after a weekend visitors tested positive for COVID-19 after returning home. The second is Hong Kong Disneyland. In mid-November 2021, Hong Kong Disneyland was again closed due to the discovery of the latest COVID-19 case at the theme park. What makes all workers will be tested for COVID-19 test? The management is doing this closure because they are very careful. Then separately, the government notified visitors who visited Hong Kong Disneyland that day to comment and do a COVID-19 test. But now, Hong Kong Disneyland has reopened with the existing condition where visitors must follow and approach health and safety measures, such as capacity control, health screenings, temperature checks requiring face masks, social distancing, and increased cleaning and sanitation. The park's operation and related arrangement will be reviewed on an ongoing basis and adjust as necessary according to the latest government regulation. Also, all guests are required by law to scan the Live Home Safe venue QR code using the Live Home Safe mobile application upon entering the following scheduled premises and catering premises for dining. To implement capacity control, guests are required to make reservation with valid tickets beginning 14 days prior to arrival. And the last one is Tokyo Disneyland, Japan. Unlike the other two Asian Disneylands, Disneyland Hong Kong has not had any problem with COVID-19. Instead of extending the operating hours of Disneyland Tokyo and Disney Seas Tokyo, also resumed the Dream-like Nightmare Parade in Disneyland on November 1st. Oriental Land Company made the announcement after the government of Chiba Prefecture, which cause of the theme parks, decided the previous day to remove its COVID-19 restriction on commercial facilities in light of a decline in the number of new infections. Starting November 1st, Tokyo Disneyland will be open between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. and Tokyo Disney Sea between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. The nighttime electrical parade support has not been held since late February 2020 due to the spread of COVID-19. The operation also said it will incrementally raise the maximum number of visitors for the two theme parks, currently set at 10,000, while maintaining the current reservation-only admission system. Next. And here are some suggestions from us. The first is contact employees and stakeholders on a regular basis. The second is make short-term and long-term plans. The third is souvenir innovation by using cheap and eco-friendly materials to minimize capital and attract community attention and sympathy. The fourth is minimize training costs by hiring experienced staff. The fifth is work more closely with consumers, including setting up platforms and online Disneyland tour. The sixth is due to the limited number of facilities and government current time regulation. The seventh is to strengthen the company's position in the market of other companies' products. The superiority of its products, equal, adding or changing marketing strategies in favor of online media to maintain. The eighth is Disney needs to be able to develop products and services that are suitable for the target market. And the last one is strive to improve our products, services, or sale prices. For example, update your product for your enjoyment. Okay. Next slide. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you so much for the change, and sorry if there's any mistakes from our presentation, and see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.